I was diagnosed with prostate cancer when I was 64 in early 2017. My name is Leon Adams. I'm age 65. I've been retired for 10 years. I was a casework supervisor for 14 years for the state of Pennsylvania. The reason that I want to tell my story is that often people don't have enough information about the specific cancer that I had, or about any cancer for that matter. I found that a lot of people don't think it's as important as it really is. I didn't really think much about it myself until I actually experienced it through family members and through myself. Back in 2011, I had high PSA. At that time, they did a biopsy and they found that I did not have cancer. So from that point on, I was followed regularly and I had PSA tests along with all my other blood and urine tests on a regular basis. My PSA had gone down and it stayed down for a number of years. So what I decided, since my PSA was so low, I decided I didn't need it anymore. I only waited a year before being tested again. They were able to catch my prostate cancer before it had spread any further. That 1 year that I didn't have the PSA test done, if I had waited another year, my condition would have been much worse. I wouldn't have known about it until it was almost too late. I chose two surgeons that specialize in robotic surgery, two surgeons that had done a large number of these surgeries. I went in the hospital one day, I had the surgery, and I was out the next day and back home. Everything was fine. Now I'm scheduled to see him in 9 months. My grandfather had prostate cancer back in the late 60s when I was 17, but he didn't die from it. My brother had it in 2006 because I realized that this was something that ran in my family. Well, I already know about the statistics in terms of African-American men and prostate cancer specifically. You know, not only do I have it in my family, I know quite a few people that have had it, people that I've gone to college with. In fact, one of the persons that I had gone to college with was one of the persons that I talked to when I found out that I was diagnosed. I notified all of the guys in my family that they needed to get taken care of, so they're all getting tested on a regular basis now. And I've also looked around for some groups. There are a lot of groups going on in the African-American community which specifically address the prostate cancer issue. The biggest piece of everything that I've gone through is the part where I stopped getting my PSA test done, and then all of a sudden, a year later, I got it done, and something was discovered. Now, what if I had waited 2 years, 3 years, or whatever? I would have been in a world of trouble. A lot of people know that they should be tested, but they have a lot of issues with some of the testing involved. It's something that you have to have done. And people who know me, you know, who I've talked to about this, they've kind of changed their mind about that. They're getting it done, you know, and that's the most important thing.